Hi guys, I'm here to talk about Wrestle Kingdom 20, which happened today. I got up at 6 a.m. for it. I've been doing this the last few years because it's really exciting, even if the card wasn't incredible, but it was a very important show. Hiroshi Tanahashi's last match, and I think it delivered, especially the last two matches, maybe the last three matches. And the thing with these Wrestle Kingdom shows, I think they flow really well, and it doesn't feel like you're there for like nearly 5 hours, 6 hours watching all that. Whereas, like with like the other companies, it can feel like a drag, especially if you're like watching it in the middle of the morning, very late at night. But yeah, so this started with a Young Lions showcase match, and it was all right. It was very short, and I guess we'll see what these people will be like within years to come. Right, because a lot of these people in New Japan start off as the Young Lions, and then they become something great. So hopefully that's the case there. And then we had El Phantasmo versus Chris Brooks for the TV title. And this was an interesting one because I've seen both of these in like the UK scene, like before they moved to Japan and like made a go of it in New Japan for El Phantasmo and DDT for Chris Brooks. And it was like cool for me to see that, seeing as I've like seen them in like little venues in like Cardiff and Bristol and that kind of thing. And I thought the match was all right. Like, it was like pretty short. It took a bit of time to get going, but once it got going, it was decent. And then there was the Rambo for the 6-man tag belts, and it was fine. It was just a way to get everyone on the card, I guess, and it was all right. Opener, fairly decent. TMDK won that one, and that makes me think: is Rohei and Zack Sabre Jr. gonna win the tag belts tomorrow? I don't. That makes me think probably not. But then, if it's true about the Knockout Brothers getting scouted by WWE or AEW or whatever, then maybe they will. I don't know. I mean, I hope that's not the case. I think the tag division has something good with the Knockout Brothers, and that Yuto Ice like has a lot of charisma and personality, and I'd like to see him in New Japan for a bit longer, really. And then there was the IWGP Women's Championship, like, and the Strong Championship, winner takes all. Shuri, I think I got that pronunciation right, versus Saya Kamitani, who is a hell of a star in Japan. I've seen like bits of her dribs and drabs like on like New Japan Strong shows and a bit of Stardom like on the streams on the YouTube, and yeah, she is like a total package of a wrestler, and Shuri's pretty fucking good too. But I thought this match was great. Like, it wasn't long enough, like, which is what's to be expected of women's matches in New Japan on these kind of shows. But it was really good, and I was quite surprised to see Saya Kamitani lose this. But it was very good for what it was. And then, like, there was the United Empire versus Bullet Club War Dogs 10-man tag thing. And I don't know. It was fine, really. It was just fine. Yeah, we had like obviously Andrade. This is like the first time me seeing him since he's left WWE or got fired or whatever. And like he still wrestles like Andrade. It's all good. And Hanare, fucking hell, he is like looks fucking trim and good. Like hey, look, he looks proper healthy, and it was good to see him because I actually enjoyed what he was doing before. Like I enjoyed like his matches with Shingo and stuff, and Ishii, and I hope like he does all right in the future. But yeah, the like I guess the new leader for the United Empire is this guy called Jake Lee, who I've heard about and like saw pictures of, and he used to wear like a cowboy hat. I kind of like missed out when he was doing the G1 Climax in 2024. I wasn't didn't really pay much attention at that point. But yeah, from everyone's complaints about him, they seem justified, to be honest. Yeah, I think he looks a bit weak and meek, and yeah, I'm not impressed, mate. All right. Uh, and then like there was the four-way for the number one contender for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, and yeah, Despy won that. El Desperado won that when it should have been Kosei Fujita. There was a bit of House of Torture shenanigans, like, because Sho was in it, and Taji Ichimori was in there too. So some of the War Dots. So like, yeah, the tag partners of each of them would go in and do a spot as well. Yeah, Kosei Fujita was the other one, and Kosei Fujita should have fucking won that because he was brilliant in the like junior heavyweight tournament this last year. And like the match with Yo was fucking good, and his matches with Despy earlier last year were brilliant. Like I really loved it, and I think they should be the one that's getting the push. But yeah, it's Desperado against Doki again, and whatever. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. It'd be nice if eventually Fujita gets a crowning moment in that weight bracket. And then it was this guy, Aaron Wolf, against Evil of the House of Torture for the Never Openweight Championship. And Aaron Wolf, like, is a guy, he was like in the Olympics, did judoka, like kind of judo-based stuff. And I don't know, like, there's anticipation about what it'd be like. And I think, considering this is his first match, he did well. And there was a lot of smoke and mirrors in this match. It was a House of Torture match. Lots of shenanigans and bullshit. I called that he's just gonna do lots of judo throws on lots of the members of the House of Torture, and he did. And I thought his selling was really good, for someone in their first match. But I mean, some of the note here, he came out, he revealed that he had the shaved head and the black trunks, like a young lion kind of thing. So he's taking this seriously, he's respecting it, but the crowd fucking popped for him, like, more than some of their actual stars and known wrestlers. And it was a fairly good showing. I thought his submission move that ended the match to win the title in his first fucking match was very good. It's very cool. And I'm interested to see what he'll be like in matches without these kind of distractions and House of Torture bollocks. But yeah, it was like a spectacle for sure on this show. And then there's the double main event. It is Yota Tsuji versus Konosuke Takeshita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, which Yota Tsuji holds. And this was fucking great, I thought. It just built really well. And there was some great spots. There was Yota Tsuji taking that raging fire or big power bomb off the top rope and kicking out. Lots of desire and fire within and courage shown in this match from both of these people. And it was such a good back and forth, who's gonna quit, who's gonna get pinned. And eventually it was Takeshita, and Yota Tsuji came out really fucking well in this match. And I feel in some of his big matches before, maybe a year ago or so, I don't think he's really delivered a main eventer should. But in this one, he definitely did. And I'm looking forward to the future with him as the main champion in New Japan. And I just hope it goes very well. And Takeshita did very well here too. It's fucking Takeshita, isn't it? He's a phenom in the ring. But obviously, as an AEW talent, it might not have been the best for New Japan. But the fact this has happened has made it worth it. And we'll see where it goes from here. But unfortunately, that fucking Jake Lee guy came out at the end and fucking beat Yota Tsuji up and that, and I don't have much hope for that, but hopefully that'll be like a one and done soon, and we can move on and have some good shit. But yeah, and then the main event is Hiroshi Tanahashi's last match against Kazuchika Okada, and this was brilliant. This was fucking great, and like, well, it might not be the best match these guys have had, and maybe not like a super. I think for the emotion in it and the weight of it, and like the story told. Well, this guy, like, he's going to retire, and how Okada has to be the one that puts him down, but like has a bit of restraint on some of it. You could see it was like an emotional, weighty match. It was over half an hour, and it was beautiful. I thought it was a really beautiful match, and it's definitely worth seeing. Sorry about the shakiness here. I'm just holding my phone like an idiot. But yeah, it was fucking incredible, and like, God, what a career Tanahashi's had. There was a great ceremony afterwards with Jay White, Kenny Omega, Shibata, Will Ospreay, Great Muta, Satsuyo Fujinami, and others coming out to celebrate him. And then he got on this cart that was like pushed around the arena, and it was beautiful stuff, really beautiful, very well done, very classy, and thank you, Tanahashi, you're fucking great. I mean, the first time I watched New Japan in real time as an event was going on was at Wrestle Kingdom 11. I saw that it was on live mid-morning, and I was like, oh fuck, okay, so this is, I didn't really understand about Japan times, clearly. And I was home, and I went on a stream, and I clicked on it, and it was Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Tetsuya Naito, and that was a brilliant match. And then it went into Okada versus Omega in their classic Wrestle Kingdom match too. And from there on in, I took more of an interest in what was going on in New Japan. I basically caught up to the rest of the wrestling world by that point. I like watched bits and dribs and drabs over the years, but yeah, from there on in, I was kind of like more interested in how things were going with New Japan, and I I like didn't get New Japan World till it became an app on Roku, because I'm a bit lazy like that, and yeah, I just like really enjoy it. It just feels different to like the American companies, and it is just class wrestling. When it hits, it fucking hits, and I just hope they can like get the momentum right this year and have a slightly better year than last year. Ease off the fucking House of Torture stuff, please, and push the good young people that you should be. But yeah, Tanahashi is a legend. I got to see him wrestle live twice at Royal Quest 3. I'm wearing a t-shirt, both in multi-man matches, unfortunately, but to be able to see him was good. And obviously I saw him at Forbidden Door last year in that crazy cage match and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like, as far as Wrestle Kingdoms go, it was like by far the best one I've seen, and like, it was like on TV in Japan, and I feel like a chunk of it just felt very like TV matches and stuff, but it was like entertaining enough. But like the last two matches fucking delivered, and they're worth it. And I guess to an extent, for what it was, the Aaron Wolf match delivered very much too. But yeah, definitely worth checking out if you haven't, or if you've never seen New Japan. I mean, I'm not sure if this is the thing like you should see if you've never seen it, but those last two matches, if you're interested in what New Japan's doing at the moment, those are worth watching. But these are some of my thoughts on Wrestle Kingdom 20. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you thought and where you think New Japan's going to go from here. All right, bye.